Hey everyone, just a little bit of housekeeping before we begin. This is going to be my last video before the new year, so thank you so much for being with me during 2019 and happy 2020. My next video is going to be about all the movies I watched in theaters in 2019. How many? I don't know yet, but we are going to find out, so stay tuned. Okay, let's begin. I didn't know. The Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 8, Redemption. Redemption was the last episode of Season 1 of The Mandalorian, and it was directed by Taika Waititi. He directed Thor Ragnarok, and more recently, he also directed Jojo Rabbit. In Chapter 8, the story continues right after the incidents of Chapter 7. I gotta tell you that the first 5 or 7 minutes of Chapter 8 were pretty funny. It is quite noticeable that Taika Waititi's humor is present in this episode. Also, in this episode, we see that the story keeps moving forward. For instance, we learned the Mandalorian's real name, and we saw a little bit more of the personality of the villain. We know how he carries himself. For instance, we see that he's calm, he is polite and well articulated. And finally, we see the complete flashbacks about the Mandalorian's childhood. Briefly and without giving anything away, I want to talk about the development of some of the characters, particularly about IG-11, because to me, he was the MVP in this episode. I see parallels between IG-11 and T-800. Before, IG-11 used to be like T-800 from Terminator, and then IG-11 turned out to be something more like a T-800 from Judgment Day. No spoilers. The action sequences were entertaining and really well done. Actually, there was one scene that reminded me one of my favorite movies. There was some exposition in the chapter, and part of it was part of the mission for the Mandalorian for Season 2. I enjoyed the episode. It was pretty funny and it had solid action. ¿Ya viste este episodio 8 de El Mandalorian? Si es así, déjame saber aquí abajo tu comentario. Muchas gracias por haber visto el video. Por favor, no olvides de darle un like, compártelo y suscríbete al canal. Y nos veremos muy pronto en otro video. Y hasta entonces, choca la mano.